Bitcoin does the exact same move every single bear market right here on the Gaussian channel. If you're new here, my name is Steve. Welcome in. Hit that subscribe button. Did you know that 84% of traders lose money? It's not because they're unlucky. It's because the algorithms have outsmarted the little guy. But not to worry, I've spent the last 20 years working on my secret strategies to outsmart the algorithms and give the power back to the people. With my custom indicators, you'll get buy and sell alerts right to your phone. I literally can't make it any easier. Imagine what it's going to feel like effortlessly winning trades. I'm doing you a huge favor. For my son's birthday, I'm making my indicator bundle the lowest price it's ever been. Now, the clock is ticking. Also, when you sign up, you're going to get a masterclass course absolutely free. And for each person who signs up, I'm going to give a masterclass for free to somebody in need. The problem is the clock is ticking. Time is running out. Go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. Also, if you sign up with crypto, an extra $200 off. Go to cryptocrewuniversity.com before it's too late. I'll see you on the inside. Here we are, Gaussian channel, 5-day, just rallied up to this median line. Just as we speak, we're rallying up to this median line, but there is some trouble brewing. If we go back in our history, right? Bear market rallying up to the median line, it always results the same way. Even 2014, red line here, bear market rallying its first time up to the median line. This is where we are today. You can even go back to 2011 when we changed to red on the Gaussian channel, rallying all the way up to our red median line. Bitcoin does this move every single bear market. Let's break it down what's happened in the past. We'll make sense of it. We'll look at the facts to see what's happening in the future. But make no mistake, the Gaussian channel has been our secret weapon. If you remember, almost 2 years ago, we entered our quicksand in the Gaussian channel. And almost 2 years ago, I gave incredibly high warnings that Bitcoin is entering quicksand and that we usually stay there for at least a year. Nobody wanted to believe me because everyone in the crypto space was screaming we're about to go to 100K, 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 250K, 100K. It was everywhere. It was in every news outlet worldwide. But we just like to look at the facts. We don't have a crystal ball. We just like to look at the facts. We entered the Gaussian channel. That's our quicksand. And here we are almost 2 years later and we're still knee deep in quicksand. But let's go back all the way to the early days of Bitcoin to 2011 when we had this beautiful green Gaussian channel and we switched to red, and at the same time we're getting rejection from this median line. Back then, back in 2011 and 2012, this is what was happening. We did not get above this median line. We came up candle after candle after candle, resistance from this median line, and again, whenever you rally up to a high level of resistance, a key level, you can see how is it a key level. Look back here, look left. It was support, 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 support for candle after candle after candle. Once you break support, it becomes resistance. You're right. So here we are, resistance. And again, once you rally up to a key level of resistance and you don't break it in a decent amount of time, you're going to get rejection. That's plain and simple, any time frame. So 2012, that's how it played out. Luckily, it didn't spit us all the way out the bottom of the Gaussian channel. We fell to the bottom, we caught our breath, and we rallied back up to this median line. And after some time, we rallied through, and the rest is history. 2014, what happened? Again, Gaussian channel, long standing in green. Once we entered this Gaussian channel as quicksand, it pulled us down for at least a year. The history repeats itself. And again, once we changed from green to red, we fell in prices. And our first time in the bear market that we actually rallied up in price was here, right? You can see the bear market falling in price, falling in price, falling in price. We built a beautiful base here, but we didn't have momentum to rally up to anywhere near the Gaussian channel here. And we came back, we continued to form our base, after month after month after month. And then we finally had the momentum swing into the market. This was our momentum shift. This was the shift saying, hey, this bear market is almost over. We are going to rally up. We showed a lot of power in Bitcoin, but again, we we rallied directly up to this median line, which again was our support for a long period of time, is now our resistance, and candle after candle after candle resistance from this median line. And when you don't break resistance after an ample amount of time, you're going to see rejection. And that's exactly what we saw. We saw a downfall in prices and we retested our base, and this was actually very healthy. This was at the tail end of that bear market, and then again we rallied all the way up, and you can see we had so much momentum here that we were met with resistance, but we barreled through it rather quickly. That's what you want to see. That will tell you how strong the market is when you rally up to a key level and you break through it in a short amount of time. That's going to show significant strength. And as Bitcoin looks up right now, we're met with heavy resistance at this 25K area. You can see here right now at the 200-week moving average. You can see where we are in this chart. You could see where we are in the golden ratio multiplier. You can see where we are in this chart as well. It's everywhere you look is heavy resistance at where Bitcoin is met with resistance right now. Now let's take this forward, right? We talked about 2011. We just talked about 2014. Are you ready to see what happened in 2018? Because it was no different. In 2018, we had this beautiful green channel. As you remember, we entered quicksand. You learned about right here. When we enter quicksand, we're in there for at least a year. Plain and simple, right? That's what we tried to tell everybody almost 2 years ago, and we were met with a lot of hate comments. And now those people come back to our channel and they're like, okay, Steve knows what he's talking about. Let's pay attention to what he has to say. But we changed from green to red, and we fell deep into a bear market, and it took us a long time. We started to build our base. We started to move sideways. It was relatively short-lived, and we rallied up to this median line, and candle after candle after candle, we were rejected, but then we broke through. Bitcoin in the charts are going to give you a chance. If you can rally up to a key level of resistance, it will give you a chance to break through. If you fail that chance to break through, the market will reject you. Any time frame, any coin, stocks, crypto, it doesn't matter. All the charts, men lie, women lie, the charts don't lie. It gave Bitcoin a chance to break through, and it took it. We broke through, and the rest is history, right? Now, as we fast forward to today, what's happened? Well, we had this long, beautiful green channel. We switched to red. Remember, that switch to red is our trigger. Whenever you're in a bull run and you switch from green to red and you get rejection from this median line, that's when the mega crash starts to happen, right? This median line is so important. And that's when we called the mega crash at 48K. Why? Because we look left, change from green to red, rejection from median line, mega crash. 2014, change from green to red, rejection from median line, mega crash. And after the mega crash happens, we start to form our base, which we've done, and we rally up to this median line for the first time. Heavy resistance. You can see it was our resistance even back here, and our support for an extended period of time, months after months after months of support. It is our resistance right now. Make no mistake about it. And we're seeing the first action up to this red line. Okay. We have not closed above it. We do have a candle above it right now. That's very fresh. It still has to mature for the next handful of days before it closes. So again, Bitcoin is met with an opportunity. We had this long bear market. We're at this critical level, and Bitcoin is given a chance. Now, what it's going to do with that chance, there are some clues in some other charts. But again, Bitcoin has a chance right now to break through, plain and simple. I mean, you look at these charts here, it's got a chance to break through this yellow line. It has a chance to break through here. And even if you go to this 200-week moving average, we have a chance, right? Bitcoin has a chance. What's going against us in the short term is a chart I showed you yesterday with this bearish divergence. We cannot argue that this is bearish divergence. We can argue if Bitcoin's going to go up, down, backwards, sideways. That's debatable. What's not debatable is this is bearish divergence. It's been forming for about 34 days. That's a fact. Cannot argue that. So we do have this level that's above our heads. That's a critical level. We do have bearish divergence. We can avoid bearish divergence. If our RSI gets up here above 85, you can say goodbye to the bearish divergence. It will be null and void. That's asking a lot of Bitcoin at the moment, but it is possible, and we need to look out for that. But the facts are the facts. we're at this median line so far, met with heavy resistance. You can see this wick at the top of this candle here. We did get up above this median line. We couldn't close above this median line. We just wicked above it, which is irrelevant, right? The wicks tell a story and the bodies tell the facts. So the facts are the facts. We're getting resistance, heavy resistance from this median line, but Bitcoin's going to be given an opportunity to break through, and we're going to see what Bitcoin is capable of in the midst of this divergence. Now, divergence is nothing to play with. Over a 6-month period, we had bullish divergence form here. That's the only reason that Bitcoin has rallied from about 15.5K up to where it did, about 25K. That's the only reason. Luckily for you, we covered it right here on this channel. And if you're new, you probably just hit the subscribe button because you don't want to miss things like that again, right? We covered this 6-month bullish divergence. And again, I want to remind you at this top, this was our first top. This was our double top. We had incredibly strong bearish divergence at our double top, which led to this. We had bullish divergence at our bottom, which led to this, right? As you can see, what we showed you time after time is this is the total market cap. This is the top of 2018, and this is where our first bottom was. This was our second bottom, at least what we think. This is still up for debate. These are facts in the charts. However, nobody knows if the bottom is in or not. We went way on the other side of the fence and said Bitcoin has double bottom. We were looking at the 2015 fractal. If it's in fact true, we should get a Nobel Prize. It was really 85% of the people were against us at this moment. Who knows? Nobody knows if the bottom is in or not. We do study the charts quite a bit with Bitcoin, and the facts are saying that the bottom is in. Bitcoin is on its last legs of this bear market, but this is our most critical test yet. Is Bitcoin going to get above here, or are we going to be met with further trouble? If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, go to cryptocrewuniversity.com, jump on those indicators. We have not changed our tune. We believe that Bitcoin is on the last legs of this bear market, and this is our final test. Worst case, we can retest our base. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. Welcome in to the game-changing indicator bundle.
I've made money back.
Now I have a structured plan. I learned something that I didn't know was possible to do.
I'm actually up 32,000.